This is just a test to test the audio and how it's doing today. Another test.
Around the stars, dance up to Mars. In the cosmic light, grooving all night. Nebula colors, feeling in the wonders. Spaceship glides through the tides. Swing, swing in the galaxy. Hyperspace sounds feel so free. Swing, swing with the hyperdrive. Floating near Jupiter, staying alive.
Can you hear me? That's a good question. I want to know if the audio is coming through from the Saturday night game dev chat. The spaces. I wonder if the spaces can hear me. I can hear you, Ion. Can you hear me? Are we here? Are we here? Oh, I can see the little things moving on my spaces, so I know that's working too. Are we on Twitch? Are we live? Yeah, it looks like we're on Twitch. The mic is being shared into the spaces. The mic is being shared everywhere. We're just getting ready. We'll be right here. Hello, everyone. This is, the radio. We're here to talk about Daryl. Daryl, hello, friend. Yes, welcome to the stream. HICT1 joined. We're all here. Multi-chat, multi-stream. Welcome, welcome. I see that Claral is from Kick. I love Kick. We're live across the networks. Get a little bit more comfy here, though. Yeah. Music too loud. Okay. Hear me now. Hear me. Is that better? Is that better? Just the camera a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone. We're starting the stream. I'm just gonna jump into the spaces. Make sure that if anyone's in there, if anyone's in here, you can hear me. Should be hearable. I can see the little audio things speaking in my space. And I have the desktop audio set up so that most people should be able to hear me. Okay. And most people should be able to hear the spaces. If you want to come in, you can come to this link in the chat. They're going across. I'm sorry, I don't have the ability to link to Kick or YouTube in the multi-chat. But live on TikTok and Twitch, you can click the link and you can join the space, and you too can be live right now. Okay, now I'm going to be able to hear the space. Boom, there we go. Now I can hear the space too. I wasn't able to before, so I see Ions in the space. Nice to have you. Oh, and we have a cat down here. You guys can probably all hear that. Yeah. Okay. And I think the background music is a little loud. What do you think, Smokey? That's my cat. Okay, we turned it down. This is great. Interesting. The mic seems to be picking up. Okay, we're gonna go check this out. to do you? Should we do? Okay. I'm gonna join from Project Excalibur. Yeah, that's better. What I actually sound like? What am I? Okay. I have to crank it to 78%. Oh yeah. Wow, okay. There is a whole, let's count it. So the spaces is instant. Five-second delay for Twitch. Oh, weird. I can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Ion, can you try speaking? I just want to hear if I can hear you through here.
See if it picks up in the stream.
Yeah, it does.
I need closing tabs. I keep closing out the spaces on accident.
Wow, that's way louder. But then I can't hear you on here any longer. Interesting. Oh yeah, no I can. Okay.
Awesome.
There we go. Yeah, it's quite the setup. I have Jimmy rigged here.
I finally went to the 2-monitor gang. I dropped one of them.
You got out of the 2-monitor game?
I got out of the 3-monitor game.
Ooh, that's scary. I got into the 4-monitor game.
I mean, it's kind of cheating. I use my iPad as I use Sidecar to like screen mirror to my iPad, and there's like 0 latency. It's insane.
I tried to get my iPad to be part of my setup, but I ended up using the stand for the camera that is looking at me right now from here. I had one of those like bendy latch onto the desk stands, and it doesn't really quite work for the iPad, but it's perfect actually for cameras.
Have you seen that on TikTok? Those different like monitor stands that are kind of like that, kind of bendy. They have like an elbow to them. I just signed up for like a monetization thing on there, so maybe I'll get a free sample.
That's dope. Yeah.
I think my request just gave my AI lobotomy.
Just say you have a lobotomy.
No, my AI, since I'm using my own agents that are self-hosted, it freaked out and it just like froze. I have to restart the VM.
I think that's like in the future there'll always be like 3 running doing the same tasks, and it can like switch between them. Sometimes I think
Like,
ChatGPT does that.
It does. I guarantee you it does. The T in GPT stands for transformers, so they just have to use different transformers throughout their whole network. Okay, it's back. It's working. Let's go.
I have some fun audio stuff I'm working on right now, and it's actually, maybe you can see it. I am still using that little itch.io, what is it called?
Oh, that Raylib audio generator?
Raylib Tech, yeah, that's it. I'm still using that. It is great.
Dude, Ray Santiago, man, is insane. He is such a crazy good programmer.
I should go stalk his stuff.
Oh yeah, his stuff is really cool. The whole Raylib Discord is actually really friendly too. You should look into Ardor though. That's like a full audio workstation that's like open source and free.
Oh yeah. Wait, how do I spell that?
I'll just send you the link in Discord.
Yeah.
It's pretty powerful. I've been able to do some audio production in there, but it's been I haven't touched any audio stuff since I got on Mac. I miss my penguin.
Yeah, I bet. I like the web-based stuff. I'm really enjoying just like if I want a menu bar or anything, I just ask GPT for like a little HTML app, and I ask it to make it as compressed and tiny as possible, and it does. It's like 12 lines of code, and it gives me like something that's giving me a timer from a specific time, because you don't have to add so much bulk code to make things customizable. So like a timer would usually have to need a lot of code, like to have it so someone could change every single number, and then you have to decide, how many, I guess, do you call it decimal places on time? But how many you need to put on, milliseconds, seconds, hours, days. But with GPT, you just say, look, I need a timer that starts at 9 o'clock and it has a loading bar at the bottom, and I need it to be at most 12 lines of code if you can. And it's like boop boop, and it's like 200 or 26 kilobytes. And it's just, and add transparency so I can put it straight onto my, because in OBS you can literally just drop HTML files right into your view. And so there you go. I have a widget that just works. Right now on my screen, I have this little widget that's doing a timestamp. And if I go to this view, I have a different view here. Yeah, there. I actually have a little widget I built that just measures Bitcoin. It's just...
I saw that on the loading there. That gave me a good chuckle. Yeah, it's crazy how fast it can generate code.
That's 4 lines of code, because it's just pulling something and drawing it, because it does just what it says it needs to do. Only it. And I can't believe that that's like... It's a new level of ease of use programming, there needs to be an interface for just that.
They're actually, you should look into the cursor editor.
I know. I need to go outside of free GPT.
Dude, Claude is really nice. But I'm really liking the DeepSeek stuff though. Like I'm running a 32B on my setup here, and then I have it also using a DeepSeek coder to kind of.
Oh yeah.
That. But I finally got over my my little high horse about AI, and it's found a way to whip it into shape.
Hey, it's just code, right? It's not a person.
Exactly.
So as long as you can play with it and you can figure it out, that's the whole key to it all.
I got the gravity working. Fuck yeah. That's so sick.
You know, here's a funny one, and I've been meaning to bring this up on this stream for a while, so I'm just gonna rant about it. But the months of our year are ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's
October,
the most.
why is it the 10th month?
Okay, besides the literal definitions and the skipping of the 13th month and the shifting of the. So I did a deep dive on the number 7 because it appears in all of our cultures, and quite obviously the answer is. Let's just make sure I get this on the stream. The answer is that we could only ever see 7 moving planets in the sky, and they were the special stars. So there was 5, and then the Earth and the Moon, or sorry, the Sun and the Moon, which makes 7. So that's why 7's calculated across time throughout our mythology. And as I was building this new clock, I broke it down second, minutes, hours, days, and months are just so annoying. So you got weeks, you got 52 weeks, that's fine. 360 days in a year, 65.4, whatever it is. It's not perfect, but nothing can be, so it's good. 365 is wonderful. 52 weeks is good. 7 days, because it's based on our weird, crazy 7, it's good. But the months, the 31, the 30, the 28, it's just bogus. I almost got rid of them. I almost was like, I'm just not adding them to my clock. But I came up with, like you just said, why is October 10 when it should be, 11, right? That
should be 8.
8, yeah, because there's supposed to be 13 months in the calendar before the Gregorian and before the Julian? Is that the right one? The calendar that the good, yeah. So it's funny to me that all that stuff is just to try to do the math, but the math's pretty good if you do a 28-day calendar with, I think it's 2 or 3 extra days every month, depending. So I'm merging the moon calendar in with the regular calendar, and I'm just calling the end days after the 28 days the red days. So you have the white days and the red days, and that way I can kind of bring back that there was an ancient differentiation between those days in the 18th or 13th month calendar, and there's no 13th month calendar app. Maybe I shouldn't say that so loud, but yeah, it's a
AI overlords might steal the idea.
yeah, or anyone watching that has access to AI powerful enough to just make it. But yeah, I broke the clock down and down and down though. So when I finally settled on the number of lines to put on it to show, because like, do you show milliseconds? I went so deep into the sidereal and the astrological, the tropical, all the different like ways we measure the time, which is basically the moon and the sun and the stars that are the constellations that are the only basically stuck things in the sky. And like there is like a 41,000 year cycle. There's 100,000 year cycle. Like the what is it called? The eccentricity of the ellipses, which is the Earth basically paints petals around the sun over 100 and something thousand years. It's like I was like, how deep do you go? But I stopped at second and I stopped at year. Because anything past a year is just multiple years. So it can be broken down. And we don't really record much below the second. And if we do, then when you jump onto the second, then the second itself can be almost like its own branch in the tree. So it starts a new tree of measurement. So it's like after the second, into the millisecond, and below is a whole new tree of measurement. And above the year and above is a whole new tree of measurement. And that's the only freaking way I'm able to make it so that we could compress so much data to show onto Godot. Because it's something I came into recently. You can't show everything. You can't get it to pull and show all data on the screen. Like, you want to show 2,000 data points? Good luck.
Yeah, I was trying to use Godot to render some point cloud stuff, and I tried to do it all through Compute Shader.
And did it work? Were you able to get the point clouds into Godot? I haven't tried that yet. That's next on my list.
I had it reading from GLSL, so it was passing to the GPU, so it was kind of able to do it, but it broke. It broke real quick.
Yeah, of course it did. That's the way it goes. But it's still one of the better like, I actually don't know how big 4.4 is. I didn't check, but it's still under 100 megs.
30.
Oh, is it? Oh, I think I have it in my downloads.
I'm actually I'm on 4.4 stable right now. I'm playing with GD script just because it's easier to kind of like interface with. Like I don't have to wait for compile times or anything or build times. And
Let's see.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. A while ago. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I just sent you a video of my gravity working. I gotta fix some of like the it's kind of making the rotation of the camera really floaty whenever you're walking around the planet.
Nice.
It's pretty solid, and all those planets are being procedurally generated on the ready function.
Oh, it's funny. You can hear me talking in the video. Oh, I like that. That looks good.
So anything that's a rigid body or a character body 3D will abide by the gravity.
That'd be cool in VR.
That would be motion sickness.
Did you? Oh yeah, it's good little video. Nice. Did you check out the XR stuff? The plugin got updated, I think, for 4.4. So there's a bunch of new stuff that I believe it's API access for Meta. Like Meta helped to do the XR plugin, so that it could directly connect or talk to some of the functions on the Quest.
Like the direct like machine specific code. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It looked really neat.
Yeah.
I'm a little booty hurt about it just because I want to be able to move my AR from Unity to Godot, but I can't do mobile. I can't do mobile AR.
No.
Not like I mean I could, but like without reinventing the wheel a bunch of crazy times, and I don't do all that because.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's all built in for Unity.
Yeah, they make it nice. I mean, it's honestly almost worth it just to go and use like just the native like code and just make two like hardware specific apps.
Yeah.
Just because Unity makes it really easy, but like there's so many features that are like in AR Core and AR Kit, like for iPhone and Android, that just aren't in there, and it's really restrictive.
Why?
The planet's bigger. Oh my lord, this is crazy looking.
Restrictive? How is it restrictive?
It doesn't have some of the newer features.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like a lot of the like the room learning stuff in AR, or the AR kit from Apple, it's not necessarily in there. Plus, if I try to get like the camera's intrinsics, like the focal length and like that stuff, it only gets the simulated one.
Oh.
Not with the actual camera. I have to write a C++ plugin in order to do that. But like directly, if I made it straight for the phone, like straight for iPhone, and only made it from scratch, it would be so much easier.
I guess that makes sense because
It's a very specific issue though, so it's not like it's a weirdo problem.
sometimes when I'm in Blender, I miss the the outliner from Maya, but I think that's the only thing I miss.
Is that just visual too? Or am I mistaken?
Yeah, it is. Nowadays, it's even better. I should really look back into it, but it costs money now. Blender's free. I think a lot of studios are switching to Blender too.
I mean, it's just as capable.
Yeah, to some extent. I read a thing. I'm just trying to find music that's good. I read a thing recently that was said that Blender is better in a lot of regards, but the amount of money it would take to retrain most staff is very costly, and same with the amount of money it would take to redo all the plugins people have done custom for all their personal setups and for like team setups and team workflows.
Yeah, I'd be almost willing to throw it away all completely.
Well, it would cost billions of dollars to throw it away, right? So yeah. That's the problem. But that's why new projects will of course. New projects that can use it and have a new budget and are starting up fresh have always a bigger advantage when it comes to that, which is great. Okay. I like that I can just set up as spaces and have...
Anybody can hop in. It's so nice.
Yeah, not that anyone will. I found out that doing a stream where you let it sit for a while, it actually like sends it down. Like, so I'm supposed to stop my stream and restart it. I forgot to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It gives it like a bit of an attention boost right when it comes in.
Oh, what's actually kind of cool is I could keep talking to people like you, even if I'm the Ready Player One.
Oh, Silicon Valley.
Oh. Yeah, that's funny. That's actually pretty good. Streaming from a TV in space.
The floaty controls there. There's like the gravity is supposed to change the camera's like mouse look direction. When you go around it, obviously, because it's like you're going around the planet. But it was doing it also to like the horizontal movement. It made it extremely floaty. Super gross.
I mean, that's why we test. I'm over here trying to make a helix.
Dude, you tapped into like a cool little aesthetic over there.
Yeah, except for it's like, I really want 3D menus, like 3D UI, and the only way I can fake it right now without getting someone to write custom, like a whole custom, well, a plugin for Godot basically, is just to have it so that text appears at locations on the screen in kind of like a mapped textured spot. But it doesn't really like, none of the UI functionality works, or just the UI appears kind of like on screen after the 3D object appears, which is what I'm going to do. So the 3D object appears and it's flat, and then all the UI will pop onto it. But it's kind of a hack. Like, it'd be way cooler to be able to have a 3D node with the UI elements just running Godot's UI stuff. Being able to make buttons.
You can do that with there's a viewport hack you can do where you can put like it looks, you put it on like a quad, and it uses the quad's UV coordinates to kind of, in the mouse screen position coordinates, to kind of calculate where the button is gonna, where your like events are being pressed down there.
Oh yeah.
I actually, I've been doing a contract with inventory stuff, and it's like a diegetic UI, but I ended up just writing my own like calculation, but it's also like the UI needs to move with the objects on the screen, like how the camera moves.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it needs to do. Is it needs to basically move with the screen, but also, so that little video I sent you of it going, that's like it zooming into the first zoom level, and I have another zoom level already built, and they basically play out in real time. Each part is animated so that it's not needing to do much real time. But the one part is that after everything's loaded, you can move around FPS style really slowly, either by dragging your finger, like clicking and dragging on the screen, or WASD and mouse look, so that it's like a full 3D interface in the browser. But as soon as you let go, or eventually there'll be a toggle button to toggle it, you snap back to the camera. So like cutscenes of video games where you can control the camera. But it's kind of like locked. But for the viewing, for the information and everything. The goal is that everyone appears as a little red dot, so you can actually see and eventually chat to people inside of any point in time, any information bubble, anywhere is all actable.
Sorry, I'm trying to find this. These, okay, so it's C#, but these are this is, I'm just gonna send it, this example code to you. I'll convert it to GD script real quick for the converting from the screen space to like world space.
Yeah. I realized that I want to bring this project to life and then put it on GitHub and like let people start adding things to it. I really think that you can just load an HTML file inside of Godot, and I haven't figured out how to make it map to the size of it yet. Like, there's got to be, each one of them has a different way that it's sizing it. So there's no standard in the ones I've already generated with GPT, but I need to figure out a way to tell GPT to standardize a way to make the size variables readable in the HTML so that it's in the same spot, and then I can put that and in the Node 2D make that a floating window also, which is kind of a cool idea.
CSS is what renders all that stuff. So, and that's a hierarchical language. So it's very similar to how like the control nodes are set up in Godot. So you probably could just write like you probably just tell it really, hey, make a CSS style renderer for HTML with Godot code.
That's actually a good idea. I should try. There's my spiral. Perfect.
Oh, two planets just spawned inside of each other. That's funny.
What's this? I got a free coins. Get free coins. I love TikTok. I am streaming on TikTok and I get so many people. Hi TikTok. Hi Kristen. So many people. just come through because I mean, if I'm watching live, I'm flipping through so many too. But it's fun. Oh, there you are, Eye on the Dev. I just saw you jump in.
I wish
Yeah.
I could, like, repost it.
User
Yeah,
one.
you want free coins? Wow.
I guess. Link in the blah blah blah. I got so excited because I got 14 diamonds the other day, and it was like 7 cents. Someone sent me 7 cents, and I got so excited, and I was like, this is it. Let's do this. This is fun. And then it turned out to be Danny.
It was one of his many ghost anonymous accounts.
It's just the way it goes. But I like it because it's so many people, so many views. It's so much more than any of the other platforms. It's kind of crazy. TikTok has billions of people on it. Oh yeah. Okay, back to actual work.
I mean, my fiance made this cup koozie. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. You can't see the glass cup, so I just wanted to make people mad and pour water inside of it. I think the 90,000. I was not expecting.
90,000. Anyone watching, I'm ripping apart a curve. And you can join us on Spaces. Oh, that was weird. Windows has these weird sidebars that sometimes I trigger when I'm moving. I have, yeah, how do I even... I don't know how I do it. I just saw
it happen on your screen there. That is horrendous, dude.
Yeah, like I never know how to trigger it. It's one of these, no. Like,
I hate that. It's so inconsistent. I watched it like peak out. And when I tried Windows 11, it did that too. But I don't know. I didn't keep it long enough to really try it.
Exactly. Wait, are you on Windows 10 now, or are you Mac? What do you switch?
I'm on Mac right now. I'm like on everything though. Like I have a VM set up specifically for Windows tasks, another one specifically for Linux if I need to do like desktop stuff. But everything else is just running headless. Full thin climbed up.
I am the opposite. I'm running two machines. Two beefy machines just cranking everything. One's running everything to do with my AI, with my streaming, with Obsidian, just everything. Rendering if I need to toss it some stuff. And then the other one is just a work machine. So I guess I'm streaming from it, but I use the Video Ninja just for the monitor. Everything else is hooked up to one machine. It's way easier that way. Then I can just turn off everything and just do the work stuff. Though I rarely do that.
It's really nice being able just to kind of have your setup where you can just kind of lock into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why one thing I really like about the Mac is that like all the terminal commands I use on Ubuntu are all the same kind of. But since it's a powerful enough machine where I can do everything on that I really need on it, but like I can just pull it off and just go somewhere with it. It's like I feel I'm able to be way more productive, which I hate that I can just go anywhere and do that. Like it makes it hard for me to detach. You know how I am. I love to hack around and shit.
I bet it does. Yeah.
Oh, I can't go around the planet anymore. What the hell? I stopped at the equator.
Need to remake this. Spirals. Hello, Claire. Welcome to the chat stuff. I think one of the worst parts of, or maybe not worst parts, one of the parts I find interesting is that once I finally get in here and start streaming, it's 9:30 at night, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to work anymore.
I feel that. That's why
I find myself.
I'm kind of glad that I was able to step away professionally from game dev and just be able to make it a hobby again, where I'm able to like want to work on stuff that
I could see that.
it's different. I like it.
I could see that. And we're gonna do 8. 8 is better. Alright, let's move the whole thing down. Let's see. It's funny, I'm gonna make a video of it so I can show people that I really have been working on this idea for so long. But I went through over 10 years of sketchbooks to pull out all the information from forever. And there's things that I found that I had in the last year or maybe 2 had epiphanies that I've come up with something great, and this one function is really cool. And then I go and look in a sketchbook from 7 or 8 years ago, even 13 years ago, and they are the same ideas that I came up with then. So like I came to the same conclusions, which is cool and good, but like sometimes you really should just look at your sketchbooks. But you get really bent into an idea, and you think you're coming up with a new angle to it, but really, I guess I should be building this.
Yeah, I remember you were showing me some stuff about it right when we first met, and it was mind blowing.
Well,
I'm excited that you're finally really putting it to like the grindstone and getting it more fleshed out. It's very exciting.
yeah, until I have to get a job or, well, yeah, that kind of thing. But I think
I feel you on that though. The reinventing thing.
Yeah.
I did that today. Before I started working on the space project, I was messing around with my stock archive project, and I was like,
Yeah.
I need a really good like event system. So I was writing up a bunch of ideas, things are breaking, and it turns out I already wrote it like a year ago. on my local Git repo.
The same thing is already there, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we are creatures of habit, so there is something to be said about writing everything down. I'm gonna go past the origin now with the 7. Damn. Oh, and I forgot one. Ah, yes. Spirals make some of the best, I think, interface geometry. I think they're underused because they're too almost unpredictable. But I think if you use them right, you can get a lot out of them.
But it's just fractals, so like it's as predictable as you understand the math.
Well, and when you look at them straight on, if you get a straight down angle, it just looks like a tunnel or a Fibonacci, which always makes you feel like you're in the right direction.
Golden ratio.
Yeah, exactly, golden ratio. Now, do I want to compress it? Yes. What am I currently snapping to? Grid? Okay. Yeah. The best part about this is that I can go back through these streams and just cut chunks out, and it's kind of amusing. So it fits well for the cutting things up. I just gotta actually do that this week.
I'm over here peeking at your little your tablet, seeing what you're doing on Blender.
Yeah. I think something that I'm being lazy about, but also will end up being good, is I'm trying to build it so that everything is negative space that's not inside the mobile view, that eventually you can do extra things on the PC view. But for now, I just want both of them to be the same. And it just needs to give you that sense of awe of openness. So let's see how this works with the spiral. That's still good.
That's gross. I broke it. Okay, let's fix that.
Oh, I had a. Oh, hey, look, someone else is here. No, they're just spam bots. Hey, whatever. I like the comments. I don't know if you could hear my cat meow from behind, but that gives me an hour of footage to go through. There was 2 people that popped in, maybe 12 on TikTok. Thanks everyone for joining in. This has been the most amusing thing I have ever done. But next time, I'm gonna add it to the schedule so that people know when this is happening. Tune in, guys. These are all recorded on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, and on Kick. You can join us live on the X Spaces every time we stream to join in and ask a question. Today we've had Ion the Dev talking about his planetoids, and if you scroll back a bit, you can see some of the development. But don't want to leak some of that code. I'm gonna take a look at that. I appreciate that. That's cool. That's gonna send me in the right direction. That is gonna be a wrap, you guys. Thanks for joining us, and see you all tomorrow. Thanks, man. Take care.
No problem, man. Have a good one.